What's up, guys? It's your boy Desmond with the lens here today with Canon's 85mm f2.0 macro lens. As most of you know, I love 85mm lens. You know, it's primarily what I shoot with. In fact, here's some photos of some of my work with the Mic 1.8 85mm. Now, I had no intention of grabbing this lens, just keeping it completely 100 with you guys. I do not like the thought of dropping anything over $300 on a lens, so dropping $600 on this macro lens had me shook. Like, it took me a couple days to really pull that trigger, and I only had to pull the trigger because my Mic 1.8 failed on me. Now, as most of you know from this video, you know, I stand behind it. However, while I was on a shoot, it failed on me, and now it no longer autofocuses. And that upcoming week, I had to shoot a wedding, which I did solely with this lens. Now, that video is coming on another date, but I needed something that I could trust, and I didn't feel like having to order another lens that could fail on me while out. Mind you, I had my mic for about a year, so the fact that it took a year for it to fail was reassuring, but the fact that it failed left kind of a sour taste in my mouth. Now, every lens comes with its pros and cons. So let's start with the cons of this lens. One, it doesn't come with a lens cap, and you have to order one that's a separate cost, you know. So if you are an outdoors photographer, you gotta order a separate one. It's like $12, which isn't that big of a deal. However, you know, most lens nowadays comes with your lens hood so that you can use it wherever you want to. Two, when people talk to you about it, they make you think that it's all internal. However, it has external focus. That means this will protrude out while focusing. Now, it looks stupid, but it's not that big of a deal. However, like, while you're trying to get close to an object, it may come out too far to your liking. It may look, it doesn't, like, it's all cosmetic issue, but it's not that big of a deal. Now, one thing that is not cosmetic issue, on the side of this, you have three knobs, or three switches. One for stabilizer, one for manual focus and autofocus, and one for your focus and distance. This is where the macro part comes in. Now, you have three options: full, 0.5 to infinity, 0.35 to 0.5. I don't understand why they have these three options. If you go to full, it takes forever for it to focus onto anything. Like, it goes through the full range, and as a photographer, you need to be able to focus on something quickly. Like, I don't need to be sitting here for 10 to 15 seconds for it to finally realize I'm trying to focus on the lens and not my nose, or vice versa. I always have it in either halfway or macro mode, but I don't understand why it takes so long for it to focus that way. And I think that that's something that they can definitely improve on this, just as like an everyday photographer. The pros now. One, the images from this thing is beautiful. I'm gonna have some images come across right now, but it has definitely been worth the while to step up. Two, I can't do a zoom lens. I have to do prime lenses. Like, I have a zoom lens, but that's specifically for, oh my God, I didn't prepare for this, or whenever I do a wedding and they say the venue is huge, I get to the venue and it is cramped and small. I need something that can get those wide areas, as well as zoom in when I'm unable to move around. Now, would I recommend grabbing this? Yes. Like, that's just, like, have you not seen these images? Like, this thing is worth the $600. Now, if you can't afford it, or like if you're just getting to the RF glass and you got to make a decision of whether to get this versus the 50 versus the 35 versus the 24 to 105, now that's hard. I might tell you just to grab the 50 and save up. That way you're not dropping some humongous amount, because you can always grab the 50, use your crop, censor the crop in, which will make it close to this 85mm. But you're still not going to get the macro capabilities, and you're not going to get the sharpness out of that 50 as if you were with this 85. Now, as I said, I shoot with this all the time. Grab yourself one. If you are new to the channel, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. We upload videos every week. Also, take the time to look at any of these videos listed below that will have more information on this 85, as well as other products for Canon's RP, which is one of the best ways to step into the mirrorless worlds through Canon. Peace.